This leather is tough, Grandpa. Why do we have to mend it ourselves? Can't we just buy a new one?
We could, Liam. But then we'd miss the chance to learn how things are put together. And we'd miss the satisfaction of making something last. Besides, sometimes the best lessons aren't bought, but learned through a little elbow grease. Speaking of lessons, I want to tell you about a different kind of mending. Not of leather, but of a broken moment.
Oh, tell me.
This story, they call it The Kindness in the Terminal. Listen close. Picture a giant building, a bustling train station or airport, what they call a transit hub. A group of fast-paced business executives were rushing through it to catch a connecting flight, their minds fixed on deadlines and contracts. They were so consumed by their own importance, their own hurry.
Like a horse with blinders on.
Exactly right, lad. As they hurried around a corner, one of the men clumsily clipped a small table, and a display of apples went flying. The fruit scattered across the floor, rolling and bouncing in every direction. It was a mess. Now, most of the executives paused only long enough to mutter a curse before continuing their sprint to the gate. They had a plane to catch, they had important work to do, but there was one. But one man, a mid-level salesman named Mark, found himself hesitating. He felt a sharp pang of guilt. He stood there and watched his colleagues disappear around the bend. He knew he was going to miss his flight, but he turned back anyway.
Good!
When he reached the scattered fruit, he saw a young vendor, perhaps 12 years old, kneeling on the floor. She was blind, her eyes were unfocused, and she was clearly distraught, her hands fluttering uselessly over the floor as she wept, unable to locate the spilled goods. She was helpless. Mark knelt beside her on the cold tile. He put his briefcase down, the one filled with his important papers, and said, "It's all right," he said softly, putting his briefcase aside. "Don't worry, I'll help you." And he did. He spent the next 10 minutes gathering every apple. He separated the good ones onto her stand and sorted out the apples that were too bruised to sell and put them in a separate sack. When he was finished, he reached into his wallet and pulled out a generous amount of cash. "This is for your lost sales and for the bruised apples," he explained, placing the money firmly in her hand. "And I'm so very sorry for running into your stand."
She must have been so relieved.
She was. The girl stopped crying. She held the money tightly and waited until she heard him stand up to leave. And just as Mark turned to walk away, she called out, her voice filled with quiet wonder, "Mister?" He stopped and turned back to face her. She tilted her head toward his voice, her blind eyes earnest, and she asked a question that stopped the whole world for that salesman. "Are you Jesus?" The salesman stood frozen, the noise of the terminal fading around him. He hadn't thought about God. He had only thought about a girl in need. Her simple question, Liam, pierced his carefully constructed world of business and schedules. He didn't answer her, but the question echoed in his heart for the rest of his life. You see, Liam, that is the lesson. Those other men, they had work to do. Mark had a person to tend to. You don't have to do big, grand things. You just have to stop the stampede when someone needs you. That's a strength far greater than any swift horse or sturdy bridle. That is the true work. You never know how much a simple, compassionate act means to someone who is helpless. By choosing kindness, we have the chance to embody the very best of humanity, sometimes acting as the compassionate hands and heart of grace to a world that desperately needs it.
I get it, Grandpa. I'll remember Mark.
Good lad. Now let's finish this bridal. We've got horses to tend to and plenty of kindness to share. Eh?